Heather Gill with Places to Go with Heather Gill. In this episode of People to Know, I have the privilege and honor of interviewing my dear friend Deborah Kraml with Cruise Planners. Deborah, thank you so much for being on with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. What a privilege.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. I've been looking forward to this for a while, so I'm so glad you're here. Now, I know that you're with Cruise Planners. For those folks watching us that aren't too sure what Cruise Planners is all about, why don't you take a few minutes and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, I am a full-service travel advisor, and I do cruises, but I also take care of families with their land trips and places they want to go and see around the world. So cruises, land, and everything.
All right, so planes, trains, and automobiles, and cruise ships.
Yes, and cruises and hiking around wonderful places, anywhere you want to go.
Awesome. So it sounds like you do all of it. Now, I know that you've got some specific kind of niches that you just really love to work with in that industry. And I know it centers around like family travel, group travel, and like faith-based travel. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, I was a teacher in my previous life, and I loved helping families, and I figured in my own business, I'm able to help so many more families create memories as they travel together. And so I specialize in family travel. A lot of folks will take maybe grandparents and parents and grandkiddos, and they will go experience things together. I think a lot of times, especially as we're approaching the holidays, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Yeah,
I apologize for not saying that before. But one of the things that people are doing now is they're saying, oh my goodness, I have to get presents and I've got to do all these things around the house to make it a really special holiday. Well, sometimes the most special holidays are the ones where you're going and having an experience something wonderful together. Mm-hmm. And so I think families do that. You kind of explore things. You get away from what's normal. You try on different things that maybe you haven't tried before. And I think families are really happy when they come back from travel because they've had these things that they've seen and done and have memories. And I see a lot with families who have maybe a graduating senior, and then before they go off to college, it's one more time when the whole family is all together. Also, holidays is really special. So I think from my teaching perspective, you know, hanging out with groups is wonderful because it's all the individual needs of a person, but then there's a kind of a unifying theme or place or thing that everybody wants to do together. Sometimes they have a common interest or a hobby or something that they do together that it's fun to do as a group, and it's fun to travel as a group. And so you put those together, and it's the best experience ever is going exploring with groups. And then I'm very active in my church, and my heart is really faith-based travel is wonderful and special, and such a privilege to be able to escort groups and take care of the group leader as well as each individual person and hear their stories and share in their life-changing experience. That's very special too.
So I've had the opportunity to take a few trips with the National Association of Realtors. So the Texas Realtors does a cruise every year, and I've gone on that cruise a few times. And it's just, there's something about being around other like-minded folks and having those experiences together. And I've made lifelong friends from doing that, which I think is just incredible. And, you know, in addition to what you're talking about, I mean, you helped us. We've got a graduating senior this year, and we wanted our kids to have some experiences before they left home. And travel is an experience that stays with you for the rest of your life, especially if you do any kind of international travel. You find out people live differently than you. Customs are different. Life is just we're the same, but we're different, right? So
Right.
having that opportunity to get out and see the world a little bit right before he, goes off into the world as a young man, I think is going to be really an incredible experience. I'm so glad you helped us get that arranged, and I'm looking forward to that for sure.
My pleasure.
Yeah, yeah, and then the faith-based travel, man. I know, the Holy Land visits are very popular. People like to do that. People like to get back to their roots, go back to Israel, go to the Vatican, go to those places that are important to their faith. So I think that's really cool that you offer services that are centered around that. Because again, what else? How much more fun would it be? How much more enriching would it be than to go with a group of people that have the same kind of mindset about things, and you get to enjoy and have that experience together. I think that's awesome.
That's right. Thank you. It is. It truly is.
Very good. Now, I know, you mentioned earlier in a past life you were a teacher. And, what exactly called you into doing the travel? Like, what got you into that?
I think it was opportunity to grow and the opportunity to have really limitless opportunities. So, when you have your own business, as if you're successful, it's because you work really hard and you try to stay aligned with what's important to you, and you try to service and take care of your customers the best you can. You definitely exemplify that in how you help your clients and us.
You're very sweet.
We are looking at making some household change, and so we appreciate you and your expertise.
Sure.
And so it's the chance to really become more with your own business. And the things I'm able to do when I take care of families, that helps me be able to take care of my own family and travel with my own grandchildren and do other things that will help other faith-based groups grow because I've helped families. So it's kind of something that it's just it's like a synergistic or a compounding effect of the good that I can do when I take care of families will actually help many more. So I like it. I love the flexibility of being able to be my own boss and to do what my clients and guests need me to do for them is really wonderful, really empowering.
No, that's incredible. Being your own boss is an amazing journey. For those of y'all watching that aren't entrepreneurs, yeah, sometimes we wake up at 9 or 10 in the morning, but sometimes we go to bed at 2 or 3 in the morning. We have the flexibility to do that, but we're not always sleeping in.
No. Working really hard, probably harder than I did when I was a teacher. So
yeah. No, absolutely. There's a grind to it, but it's fun. I agree with you 100% on that. Do you have any upcoming travels with your family or trips that you're looking forward to taking here maybe in the next year or two?
I have a group or we're going to Alaska at the moment. Your viewers are welcome to join us. This will be a round trip, Vancouver in July of next year.
Oh, wow.
America Line. It's a beautiful new ship. I have not yet been to Alaska, so I'm really excited about visiting there. It'll be easy. The neat thing about traveling with your travel advisor is if anything, goes on, then you find me and I take care of it, which is wonderful. And I put all those details together ahead of time so that you just don't have to worry about anything. And one of the questions that I get asked a lot of times is, oh, do people really use a travel agent still? And it's really kind of interesting because just as you are a professional and other folks have their doctors and attorneys and, specialists in their home and the folks that come in and clean their home and take care of their yards, I'm your travel specialist. I'm your travel professional. And so I look and spend my time and use my expertise so that you don't have to. You've got plenty of busy life. You've got plenty of things to occupy yourself. You and your families have all activities that make your life so enriched and wonderful. And it's fun to look at a little bit of travel, but you don't need to spend that much time. You and I will visit as we've done before. You and I will visit, we'll say this is what we're looking for, and then you let me find what fits you and your budget and your interests and makes your life happy. And then you go, wow, next year I get to go on a cruise. And so that's how easy it is. So it's wonderful. So it's great to be able to travel myself, but it's also great to help other people too.
No, I love it. When we decided to do this trip with our kids, I called Deborah and said, hey, we want to do this and this and this, and we were looking at this time frame. What can we do? And she was great. She just found it all and got us hooked up. And man, it was a relief for me. And I agree with you, man. It's if you can allow somebody else to handle that, you can get it off your plate. I mean, it was the best phone call I made.
Well,
I said that.
It's fun.
All right, let's transition. I want to ask the bonus question. You mentioned it earlier. We are getting close to Thanksgiving, and I got to know, what kind of pie are you into? Are you pumpkin pie, pecan pie, or apple pie kind of gal? I got to know.
It's pumpkin. I love spices, and I love a smooth texture.
Ooh, so do you like pumpkin spice lattes also?
I think I do, yes.
Do you ever drink the pumpkin spice latte and eat the pumpkin pie? Or is that just
I have not done that yet.
That might be a little overkill, but it sounds good. I'm hungry.
Yes.
Now I'm hungry. All right, let me pull this up, and then we'll get to the words of wisdom. So if you're looking to do that Alaskan cruise coming next year, you got to call Deborah. She'll get you connected. The rates will be great. She'll take care of you. Any other travel, though, at all, she can definitely take care of you. But you can reach her here. You can call or text her number. Her number is 469-702-0027. Or you can shoot her an email. It's dkraml@cruiseplanners.com. I'll put this back up when we finish up here. I got to know, what words of wisdom would you want to leave with the audience today?
I think I would love to encourage you again, as we've said before, to leave your travel plans and all those details and all the stress and worrying about what's going to fit your family. Let me take care of those details. Let us have a chat. Let us have a visit and get to know each other a little better. And then let me help you take something that could be stressful and time-consuming, and there's so much information out there, and let me help you and help you make sense of it all, and together we'll find what's best for you and your family. You can create wonderful memories together and just enjoy yourselves and have a wonderful time. So please let me help you. I'd love to serve you. It'd be my pleasure and privilege to do that.
Very good. So again, you can reach Deborah with the information there on your screen. I appreciate your time so very much, and can't wait to see you in person again. Maybe we can both go get like pumpkin spice lattes together.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate you taking the time to take care of me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining me on Places to Go and People to Know. I'll talk to you soon.